1,000 years, so obviously...
Kill that?
Dude, I felt it go down my top and when she stopped here, it was like freezing cold.
Oh, you're bleeding?
Like it's restricted, like they're like,
that's it.
Whoa!
What did you feel?
Like it was just like a vibration.
Whoa! Oh my... Jesus Christ! What the...
In this episode, we seek out a very secluded location, unlike anything we've visited before. The existence of this highly spiritual site is known to only a select few, which is likely why it remains in such a remarkable condition, given how old it dates back to.
This Hellenistic cave dates back to around 323 BC. And it's believed that it's one of 200 hidden temples scattered across the UK.
That means that this place has experienced over 2,000 years worth of history, making it by far the oldest place that we have ever investigated.
Even until this very day, when you walk around, you can see hidden sculptures of mythical beings that were carved into the walls many years ago.
Temples such as this have been created to serve as sacred places where sacrificial rituals took place as an offering to their deities.
It's common for spiritual places such as this to also serve as a burial ground.
Not far from the entrance of this cave lies dozens of graves, but we're unsure whether that has any connection with the occult.
But the big question is, have any of these rituals consequently manifested something of a darker nature here? Which may or may not have been the intention of these worshippers.
Over the years, some people have claimed to experience strange phenomena in here after accidentally stumbling across these caves.
These include irrational feelings of dread, being touched by unseen forces, as well as hearing distant screams.
Either it was a stroke of bad luck or the doing of something that didn't want us there. As soon as we began making our way on foot through the dense forest, storm-force winds appeared out of nowhere, making the task more difficult to navigate our way to this hidden site.
Can you remember the way?
So when I came here years ago, I was actually shown this place, and this here is actually a tower, and it's believed that it's the witch's tower, and legend says, you know, they used to do like rituals in there, you know, witchcraft stuff basically. So...
Oh yeah, no wait. Look, you can see like a window up in the rock.
Yeah.
It looks just like a bit of a hill, doesn't it, until you actually look closer.
Yeah, that's it.
See that arched window?
But yeah, legend says, you know, they were doing rituals in there, some like crazy alchemy, you know, your typical ancient witchcraft style.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's out of the way, you're in a forest. Obviously, way back then when witchcraft was going on, they were persecuted big time.
Yeah, big time.
Set on fire.
I mean, don't forget, this is like over 2,000 years of history at this very location.
It's just crazy.
You can't really comprehend that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, who knows what went on there? Sacrifices,
the human race back then would not be as we know ourselves now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of
That's
course,
it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a doorway here.
Yeah, look at
This
that.
is crazy. It literally looks like a mountain with windows and doors.
It does, doesn't it?
It's like something out of like Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah.
Eerie this is. I think with all the vines climbing over it as well, it's just
got an atmosphere about this place.
Right, yeah, it's literally caved in there.
Oh yeah.
So this is it. This would have been the space where they were doing all these rituals. Not rituals, witchcraft.
Witchcraft,
spells,
yeah.
I guess they would call it.
I mean, it kind of looks like your typical place. You can almost go back in time and imagine it of you know, like the cauldron.
Yeah, that's
getting all the
it.
stuff in there.
Crystal ball looking out the window
Yeah.
at the kingdom in front.
That's just it, isn't it?
Yeah, just don't go too far. That's mad. Alright, definitely got to come back here later.
Yeah. So I can't exactly remember where the temple is itself.
Gotta say, even these woods feel creepy. They just feel old, don't they?
Yeah, like
It sounds stupid to say because they're just trees, but it
does feel like an old wood, like you say.
ancient wood, yeah, which is what it is, but it just feels that way. I don't know why.
It's like that atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah. Dude, what's that up ahead?
It's crosses.
Dude, there's graves up ahead.
Is there?
They look like proper old school cross graves. What the hell?
So random.
We're not in a church, like, graveyard, are we, right now? We're in a forest. Dude, that is so creepy.
Yeah, look at it. It's like some out of a horror film.
There's more in the bushes to the right.
Yeah, look. There's more down to the right of us.
They're everywhere.
Oh my god, yeah. Look, just everywhere in the bushes.
So it's almost as if this is all growing around it.
Yeah. It's like 1978. Look, these are not exactly that old though. Look, 1988, RIP.
That just makes no sense.
No.
Bridges, 24th of July 1936. Rest in peace.
Why in such recent years would people be buried here amongst all these trees? Some of them are a good amount of time back, but being able to dig here with all the roots of the trees
Yeah.
and stuff.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, we've literally just walked from the top of the Witch's Tower down a hill, and it's just littered with all these.
Yeah, and that's another thing. How remote this place
Like,
is.
why,
You
innit?
have to walk through fields to get here.
I mean, no one's coming here to look at these, are they really? I mean,
Yeah.
it's overgrown.
That's it. Who would, if there were a memorial, who would come to see it?
Just out of
It
the way.
just makes no sense.
So
I'm just thinking,
bizarre.
like, where's the church? There's that many graves. Oh, no way.
Right, okay. I think I know where we are now. Yeah, there's some steps there. I think it leads round this way. Yeah, I think this is it now.
Dude, this is cool, man. How do people find out about this place? It's so hidden.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like, you know, why did they make it like this? Why is it so like uneven and just like it doesn't really make any sense. And then you look around, you see all these recesses
Yeah.
inside of the walls. It's kind of like you can picture it with, you know, putting candles in there, chanting, people coming down and
Specifically for candles.
specifically, to light the
light it up.
Candle in there.
Didn't have lights back then.
No, it's just it.
I'm picturing like, I don't know if this would be correct, but like druids dressed in robes or coming single file, holding candles maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, I guess druids would have been within this timeline. It's been what, a couple thousand years old?
Yeah, they're all 2,000 years old, this.
Yeah.
So
It's had all sorts come through as in like different religions.
different eras.
Yeah.
So who knows? Anything could have been possible in this place itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually remember this now when I came here last, and on the walls, the sculptures of mythical beings. Look, there's one of them. It's a cyclops.
No way.
Yeah, look. Nose, eye, ears and mouth. Like, what is that
What
representing?
does that represent?
What is it?
It's a cyclops.
Oh, no way.
It's even got, look, here, it's like glass. Is that glass?
Oh yeah, what's that
Crystal
glass?
or something?
Yeah, what is it? What does it represent?
That's crazy that survived all that time. It looks like there would have been more back in the day.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it would have been decorated with it. Well, look at it.
Yeah, but I'm guessing like maybe the glass was kind of like an after addition. Maybe it's been passed through different people.
Is that face up there as well?
Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, it looks like, is that a bear?
It's glass. Yeah, it is a bear. You're right.
Yeah, bear.
Again, it's like quartz going around the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Obviously back then bears were in this country.
Well, that's just
they were
it, yeah.
wild.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just loads of crazy stuff everywhere. Yeah, but check this out in this room here. There's a skeleton on the wall, but it looks like it's got a cloak on of some sort.
Oh, I can see like a hand and an arm in
Yeah.
skull form, bone form.
That's mad.
Is that like the Grim Reaper?
Yeah, I wonder.
That's what it looks like to
But
me.
it's strange that it's in a cloak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it is the Grim Reaper.
That's what I mean. I think it symbolises death. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is like a fire pit, and they've actually got a table here. Whether it's, you know, is it some kind of like sacrificial platter or some sort, I don't know, but look, if you actually look at the legs, literally the legs of the table are legs.
Oh yeah.
But above that, you can see another like beast creature thing there.
Ah, is that like a, it's like a dragon or something?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Or
ball.
like a boar, yeah, you can see it,
Yeah.
look, you can see its fang there.
That would
so
make
it's-
more
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
You know,
But
it's
yeah, I
tooth.
can see where the dragon
Yeah.
comes into play.
Obviously, back in the day, they used to believe in dragons and such.
To try and engage with whatever might be here, we lit various candles and placed them around the cave to try and recreate some sort of ritual atmosphere.
So we've now made the temple a little bit more like it would be when they're doing these rituals. We've got candles lit, we've got the fire pit burning. Obviously, we're assuming that is the ritual table. Let's see if that reawakens the energy in this place.
Yeah, I mean, you know, by burning fires, singing and dancing, killing things, does that generally conjure, you know, whatever they're trying to bring or manifest to the earth plane itself?
Do you think, I mean, what was their end game by doing this? Do you think it was a byproduct of
What, manifesting things?
manifest? Do you think it's a byproduct of their end game, whatever?
I don't know if they did it to try and draw things in. It was about pleasing their gods, wasn't it? They believed, I don't know, there must be a pretty dark god to appreciate such things.
Yeah, because if you generally think about it, they've literally been doing this for thousand years, so obviously...
Dude, what?
You alright?
Yo, what was that crack?
Something just hit me on the head.
You alright, man?
I heard like something like...
Yeah, it was like...
Like a rock, hit rock.
You alright? Dude, you alright?
Someone just dropped down.
Yeah, but...
It's not even like... You were stood here, right? It's a
but
low
look-
ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's...
You alright? Oh,
You're bleeding.
Yeah.
wow.
So what, man? Where'd it hit you?
No. You see anything?
Yeah, I've got a little speck, man. Bit of a cut.
What? You're not like banged your head on anything, have you? But you say again, why would it go with such a loud crack?
I felt a big thud on my head.
Oh, well, yeah,
Something dropped, but yeah,
but it was the...
Yeah, something hit the wall, or I didn't see it.
I'm just going to cut for a sec.
Yeah.
We were all in a state of complete bewilderment at what had just happened. Sean headed out of the cave via the route behind where I was originally standing to see if there was anyone else there who could have possibly snuck down and thrown something in my general direction. However, the forest remained in total darkness, with nobody in sight and only the sounds of roaring winds through the trees. I knew that I didn't accidentally hit my head against the wall, and yet I felt something small and sharp, what I can only imagine was a small rock, striking the back of my head with enough force to break the skin, which on review can even be heard as it ricocheted off either the wall or the floor.
Thousand years, so obviously...
What the that? Dude! What?
You alright?
Upon further review of the footage, the camera audio captured what sounds like a distinct female sounding moan in very close proximity, literally moments before I was hit.
Yeah, because if you generally think about it, they've literally been doing this for thousand years. If you generally think about it, they've literally been doing this.
I can't see anyone out there, man. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
Unless they've like turned the torch off. But if someone had come down, surely we'd have heard them.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't make any sense. And bear in mind, we are like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Not many people know about this place, do they?
Well, that's it. So, do you know what I mean? For someone to come down, throw something, and then run off.
Yeah, that's it.
It's pretty damn
we'd hear the
practical, isn't it,
footsteps. Just stone, isn't it? Yeah, you got to hear that, aren't you?
That's bizarre.
Come on, if you are that strong to do something like that, if you did throw a rock or something at Owen just, give us another sign.
I heard something, but I don't know what it was.
What the was that? Oh my, bro.
I missed it, bro. What?
It was sounding like someone.
Yes. Really on the edge. Yeah, it was like, I swear to God.
What?
Serious, no.
Yeah.
Did not hear that.
I swear. I'm hoping the camera's
Me, that has chilled me to the core.
Man, this place is serious.
We've said we haven't been anywhere that's this old and had this many layers of dark things going on.
Which makes you think
It's the real deal.
Is this out of our league right now? Nah, mate, come on, man. No, did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
I did, but I did just go outside when I was looking for people, and I could hear a tree creaking. That could have been that, man.
Okay. That sounded more like a sigh to me, but fine.
Right.
I'll go with the tree. Just for my own sanity.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should run an EVP right now just to see if we can pick up on some electronic voice phenomena, because what we heard as well after you got in the head was that.
Yeah. 100%.
So let's just run this.
So if there's something here with us right now that doesn't want us here, try to come forward and speak to us into this device I have in my hand. Are you upset that we're here? Do you want us to leave? I just want to say that we're not leaving anytime soon.
I'm getting a bad feeling.
Really?
Bad, yeah. You know, didn't want to interrupt that, but like, I'm feeling like dread, like impending doom kind of thing.
Impending doom?
Yeah.
It's funny because we're asking the question. Well, just literally asking questions. It's like just a deep sickness within me. Just like.
While you were talking, I feel like there was another one outside. I looked at Owen, his mouth was shut. I'm sure it was.
I didn't hear it.
My camera was looking at you, so you didn't think you did that?
No.
No. Right, okay. Yeah, play back, man. Let's see if we got anything.
How are we going to do this with the audio, brother?
What's that? The f is that, bro? Some white
Like
just come out.
plasm or something.
Bro,
Some
Mate.
white just come out of your ear.
dude,
Out your ear?
dude, what the hell? It's in my top.
What?
Bro, it's on me, man.
It looked like
Dude, I don't know what that was, man.
like white gel.
Yeah.
Like,
Something jelly.
like slimy.
I can feel it in my body, man.
What the hell is that?
I can't see anything on the floor though.
Something like a
Dude,
white piece of jelly, just like.
Yeah. Like, you know, like Ghostbusters plasm kind of thing. It's literally like that too.
It's literally gone down my top. I felt it go down my top, and when she stopped here, it was like freezing cold.
What
What?
the
I'm
hell?
not joking you right now.
What?
I was like freaking out.
I saw this big white lump.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Dude,
Almost like a big blob of candle wax.
Yeah.
But there was no candle up there, dude.
it literally went down under my t-shirt and came down my chest. Freezing cold. I'm not kidding you right now,
There's
man.
no, right, I got dripped on when I was stood here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's no water.
That is
I have to say,
bizarre.
there is water dripping.
Oh god, I just heard a breath in there.
What?
Like annoyed. Swear down behind me in that little alcove.
I might have heard that.
Dude, I'm starting with chest pain.
And, you know, what's right in there? The Grim Reaper fixed in the wall.
I'm starting with chest pain now.
Yeah,
that's 'cause
that's
I'm
what
like-
I was getting to.
I'm freaking out and I'm legit.
I literally don't know where to stand.
After reviewing this footage multiple times, we're still at a loss to what on earth dropped on Karl. At first glance, the shape of the falling objects possibly resembles leaves, which would of course make perfect sense, but they appear to fall rather quickly, suggesting that the object had some weight. Although we see this object fall onto his jacket, it certainly doesn't make sense for a leaf, even wet, to cause this sensation.
How are we going to do this with the audio, brother?
What's that? The f is that, bro? Some white
Like
just come out.
plasm or something.
Bro. Right, yeah. Let's just check the EVP and see what's going on. I'm worried. I don't feel normal in it. Especially after that now. Let's just play it back. Wait a minute. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
Yeah.
Kill
I can hear it as
me.
plain as day.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah. It's like restricted.
restricted, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something here with you right now that doesn't what was there. So the Lord speaks to us in this device that I have my hand.
I don't know if you're hearing it, but it sounds like it's sort of, kill me, kill. Listen to this.
This device that I have my hand.
Yep.
Device that I have my hand.
Yep.
Device that I have my hand.
Yep.
Kill me, kill.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaky. Try it again, man. Have another round.
Yeah?
See if you can get anything else out of it.
Alright, okay, let's do it again.
I say him, it.
Yeah. Why do you want to be killed? Have you had enough of people coming here and manifesting you into this earth plane? Is that why you're so angry? Did you do that to Owen before? See what we're getting.
Why do you want to be killed? Have you had enough of... Have you had...
It's something that it's like whispering. It's so quiet. It sounds like it says like, "Take me back to something," but I can't make out the rest of it.
Okay.
Just have a listen to this.
Yeah, I can hear it. Take me back.
That's it.
Just have a listen to this.
Yeah, I can hear it. Take me back.
That's it.
Just have a listen to this.
Yeah, I can hear it. Take me back.
That's it.
That's what we just said. As if it wants to go
back.
back to its plane or
Yes,
dimension.
Yes.
Because it
Take
wants to
me
go back. And it's just said right there.
Oh, I got shivers right down my spine.
Take me back.
Only a few hours in, and we already had experienced some compelling phenomena. What was the rest of the night going to bring?
Right, makes sense to try Spirit Box now. I want to try and get the answer. You're saying you can hear "kill me," wants to go back, but back to where? Let's try and find that out.
That's the answer we need to find, isn't it? Like, where is it going to?
So if you are still around us, please come up to us and relay that information into this box. Tell us where you want to go back to. Try and shout your message into this device I'm holding. It may be able to pick up your voice. I've already heard your breaths a few times now. Where do you want to go back to? Please describe that to us. Feeling really watched right now. From all angles.
Yeah. See, that's what I was saying before. It's like, it's not just one of, what the?
What was that boom?
What was that boom? How did you feel that? What?
Yeah, I felt it.
How did you felt it? It was like, boom.
Yes.
I hope the camera picked that up. It's not just one of, what the?
What was that boom?
What was that boom? It's not just one of, what the?
What was that boom?
What was that boom? How weird was that? Yeah. It's like my whole...
What could make that here?
In the middle of that boom.
We're in a forest.
It's like my whole body was just like...
This structure shook.
It did.
Felt it through the floor.
What on earth?
Wow.
Thing is, we're messing with something big here.
It is worth mentioning that even though we captured the sound of the boom on camera, it didn't capture it as clear as we all heard and felt it. The only way we can describe it was as if it was caused by a sonic boom from something flying up high overhead, which is the only rational explanation we can think of, as we were in the middle of nowhere deep in the forest.
Did you just make a loud banging sound? We heard you. I feel scared to call out to this thing right now.
That's exactly how I felt before when Sean Kenna won the EVP. Bro.
Turn off. Yeah.
Let's sing it.
Yeah. Really loud.
Right.
Female.
Really
Yeah.
loud.
Before when Sean Kenna won the EVP. Bro.
It's getting close.
Oh, shivers. Real bad shivers. I didn't hear it.
Oh. Yeah, it's that bone chill right now. I'm just like...
So what do you think we should do? Should we leave the box off? If you're hearing things, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, no. It was clear as day.
Because what we're hearing is out there, not through that. So, and I feel like whatever it is, it's trying to make itself known.
Yeah.
Whoa! Jesus.
Bro, what the
What? Hold on. Did you actually feel
You
that?
guys felt that too? What did you feel?
I felt like...
It was like, go on, Carl.
Like it was just like a...
A vibration.
Yeah.
I just put it felt like I was being sucked in on, but like it was just like...
Yes.
Oh,
Like a blast of energy.
Yeah.
Just rippled through the air.
Yeah. Guys, I'm not being funny, but this place is just like literally telling us to
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
Do you know what that was like? You know, like at a concert, you can actually feel
Yeah, the
like,
bass.
The bass. That's it. The
Yeah.
vibration,
Of our
rumbling in your
speakers,
body.
Yeah.
It was like just one
100%.
pulse of that.
God, I've got goosebumps.
So wait a minute. Thinking about this right now, the massive deep rumble when the whole place shook.
Yeah.
Maybe it's come closer, and that's like it's some kind of like
Major
energy
goosebumps
manifestation
keep hitting me,
coming
man.
into different parts of this structure right now. Because
There's no way we just felt that all at the same time, just like that.
That's crazy.
That.
That was mental.
I- How do you even where do you begin to explain that?
That's mad.
I've
not
never
like-
experienced
not
that
like
before, ever.
Nah.
Not in all the time we've been doing this.
No.
Never, ever. And look, we're standing right in the middle. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but right above us, it's like the centre of the building. That's like a hole to the woods. We're standing right in the centre.
It's like,
In the middle of a-
Hey,
would
yeah.
this be like the ritual circle?
Possibly.
We speculate that table, but that could have just been for the fire. Perhaps this makes sense. You could almost picture them all in their robes stood round these rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing a ritual, holding
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
Up to
it.
the,
Looking down over.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Perhaps that's what happens, like when they actually do these sacrifices to these ancient gods. Is that what happens? A big discharge of energy.
Right, okay, so this is the time. With everything that's been going on, it's time for the fair experiment.
Right here, in this cave, and it makes sense where we last were, in that open oval space. We now believe that's perhaps the ritual site. So, that should be the spot. One of us is restricted, has to stay in here on their own, in the dark. Carry on with the EVPs. We need to get an answer out of whatever's been saying this.
Not everything tonight.
I do not want this place. Not after what happened to me.
See, this is just like nervously laughing right now.
It's
Worried.
a real deal, isn't it? This place is another level of darkness.
So much weird stuff has gone on tonight.
Yeah. Okay, on 3, 3, 2, 1. Yes!
No.
Oh, it's you, man, it's
no,
you, man.
No, I don't even want to look at this right.
Oh, dude. You ready for this, dude?
Does it look like I'm ready for this? Are you serious?
Well, as ready as you can be.
Do you know what I mean?
I do not envy you.
While you're doing this, when we were walking in, there was that, you said it was the Witch's Tower.
Yeah.
I want to go and investigate that. We haven't been there yet because it looked pretty cool. So yeah, if you get in trouble, man, you'll just have to shout and come find us. Because we haven't bought the radios this time. So, do you remember when we investigated that haunted museum?
Yeah.
You had a bad experience standing on a pentagram, didn't you?
Yeah, so I was actually stood on the fire symbol of the pentagram. And I started to set on fire.
Exactly. So,
Basically.
imagine that here, of all places.
No.
Good luck, buddy. Shout up to the problem. As loud as you can.
Alright. Come on, man. Can we just end this right now?
No.
Right, we've got to find our way back to this place.
Yeah.
I think it was this way.
Okay.
Gotta have another look.
Come on, man.
Even that just terrified the hell out of me.
Good luck, dude.
What? Yeah.
So the guys have left REM pods all around me right now. So if these start going off, then we know there's something just coming to the circle with me.
This place is creepy as well, isn't it?
It's pretty awesome,
What is this that's fell? Is it like... Dude,
It's like
Carl said like a cauldron. Does that not look like a cauldron?
the top of it. Yeah, I don't know, is it thick?
Yeah, it does kind of go down like...
Maybe. Do you think it was up there?
Yeah, and the weight of it over time
Yeah.
gone through.
If you're around me right now, try and come forward into this circle and let me know by setting off one of these devices around me with the red lights on. I just want to say, I don't come here to disrespect or harm anything, the structure or you itself. It's like this overwhelming surge like I did before when I was doing the EVP.
What a bizarre little room. All of these buildings just...
Yeah.
They've literally just made it out of like... It's like compact stone, isn't it?
I've got the EVP right now, because obviously earlier in the investigation, you know, we was asking it questions. And obviously it came through saying kill. Obviously it wanted to leave this place and go back to wherever it is it came from originally. Okay, so if you're here with me right now, try and speak into the device that I have in my hand. Did someone manifest you into this realm, this earth plane? What were their intentions? What is your intentions? It's really weird because when I said this, what is your intentions, I thought I heard like something super faint. Whoa! Bro, no. Holy something's just gone down my chest again. Right, I'm done. Oh my days. Whoa! Oh my Jesus Christ! What the I just seen something move. No joke. Something just come down with the thing. Yo, guys!
I can hear something. Something like...
Hello?
See?
Yeah, I heard a male voice. Hello?
Oh my God, creep.
Carl?
Carl? It's Carl, dude.
Is that you, Carl?
Guys!
We're coming! Where are you? He's down there, I see lights. Carl, is that you?
How did he get over there? Oh my God.
Carl! What are you down there for? Where you been?
Hey.
Where you been?
Get this off me now. Serious, no joke. You don't.
You should be in that direction. How did you get down over there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, what's happened?
You alright?
Oh.
Do you want me to get that?
Let me get that rope. You just get.
Something happened.
Mate. Oh, I feel I'm gonna have an heart attack. So I'm asking questions, and I thought I heard a couple of weird sounds. Do you know that experience I had before, with like that weird liquid thing?
Yeah.
Coming down.
That
That happened, right? So the entrance that we went in and get out to come back up here, something happened. It was like a bang happened, and I thought I'd seen something at the bottom of the stairs, like something white, and I was like, so I ran the other way, running, and then I ended up in the graveyard.
But
Yeah.
how did you end up in the
I don't
graveyard?
know.
You've just come from the graveyard. But how the hell have you got there?
I don't know. Like, serious note, man. There's some shit going on in there, like. Really? Ain't right.
It's a creepy place. It's
Mate.
all this land. It's ancient, isn't it? It's got something going on here.
One thing is for certain, watching Karl's head camera footage was literally the stuff of nightmares. If having to escape an environment such as this in the dark isn't bad enough, to then find yourself fleeing through a mysterious graveyard is a whole other level. But what really was the nail in the coffin was playing back the audio from his EVP recorder.
What is your intentions?
What is your intentions? What is your intentions?
Was this what possibly gave us the earlier responses of "kill me" and "want to go back"? If so, does this response now add another layer, indicating that an entity had the desire to take a soul with them, to whatever realm they previously came from? Does this also confirm that paranormal forces could indeed originate from somewhere other than Earth, which leads to the question that they or it may not even be human? Although we try our best to remain unbiased and subjective to our findings, when you capture such compelling evidence such as this, it is difficult not to fall into the rabbit hole of subsequent questions and theories. We naturally can't help but visualise the place that this entity could be referring to, likely fueled by Hollywood as well as religion. It's hell that comes to mind. And furthermore, would that mean that this could be what is described as a demon? Back to the investigation, would this now help to explain the injury which I received on my head? Returning to Karl's fear experiment, he reacts to the feeling of something cold once again falling under his clothing. As he then attempts to flee towards the main exit, he describes seeing something white moving away in the same direction, which is validated by the sound of a rock being kicked or thrown backwards.
Whoa, whoa! Oh my Jesus Christ! What the
As before, when I was struck in the head, thinking rationally, was the stone being either thrown or kicked as a result of someone else being there? On reflection, given that this was in the early hours of the morning, and even though Sean and I were some distance away, we didn't see anything that would give us suspicion that there were other people around. Our investigation at the ancient temple has certainly been one to remember, and it's clear to us that it has many layers of human history, a lot of which is very dark by today's standards, and it has left a mark that evidently remains there to this very day.